Hello everybody, my name's Bob and welcome back to a little bit more Star Citizen. So we haven't got massive things to talk about. I suppose that depends on how you view leaks and things. Apparently Invictus is coming, we know Invictus is coming now. We're going to be able to tour around the Javelin this time, so we'll be able to go inside and have a look. But apparently we're going to be getting the Bengal carrier as well, which is probably just going to be another model that we can have a look at and see how big it is and see the insane scale of Star Citizen in action again. Anyway, that's to come, so that's not now. What is now is this is the PTU that's currently on the PTU servers. So we've had 3.13 live, still with a fair few problems. However, it's been pretty stable. This is the PTU build that they put out on the PTU last night. I'm not sure of the build number because I just jumped in to have a look. But apparently, even though it's not in the patch notes, we can go and dock large ships to stations now. So they haven't put it in the patch notes, but they've put an iteration of the large ship to station docking in. So as you can see, I'm in my 890 at Area 18, and we're going to fly up to Everest Harbour and we're going to have a look and see if it works. If it doesn't work at Everest Harbour, then we'll try somewhere else. I understand that it works in a similar vein to how you dock the Constellation and the Merlin at the moment. So you kind of have to target the docking port and then hold N and let it do its thing. So things are working on the PTU at the minute. It's a little bit desyncy, I've noticed, on the server. You can see the ship names are working properly now, even though they're still tiny. My 890 says Black Star on the side because that's what I named her. But yeah, we'll go up towards Everest and we'll see if this works. Okay, so we're up here, and this is Bikini Point. This is not Everest Harbour. I've been around Hurston and Microtech too long, so I'm not going to just crop to a thing or skip to a thing where I'm going to go, oh look, it's working. This is going to be a live representation of this build, so I haven't done this yet. So now if we contact the station, previously they would tell me to go away because they have nowhere for me to dock. So they must have a docking ring here, but I'm guessing this big ship here is already on it. Bikini Point is kind of the smallest of the stations around the planets, I've noticed. It's not as big as Everest Harbour and Tressler Station. That's the name of the other one. A bit of a brain fart.
Attention. I have been authorized to scan your
really?
for security purposes.
Really?
Please halt your vehicle and stand by.
Oh, I didn't notice the little cool radio thing popped up. I'm being scanned for
All
drugs.
of our landing areas are currently full. Please hold for assignment.
Oh, I didn't spot that there. There's already an 890 docked to the arm. Okay. So it's clearly working. I'm trying to halt my velocity. There we go. The 890 doesn't stop very quickly, Mr. Scanning Arrow.
Alright. Everything checks out. Feel free to go.
Good man. So I wonder if this 890 has spawned here. This is what I really want to check. So we've got the dock here. This is obviously one docking arm. It says all of them are currently full, so it's kind of a bit trash if ArcCorp only has one docking arm to use. Okay, I guess we're going to wait. I will time skip to when we're not waiting. Okay, looks like he's moving off.
All of our landing areas are currently full. Please hold for assignment. Please proceed to assigned landing then.
There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, so first time, don't want to screw this up. I'm taking this very carefully. I can see the docking port's retracted there. I wonder if I just... So I'm just going to stop. I'll kill the velocity, and then I'm just going to hold N. Ah, there we go. So kind of like the Merlin and the Andromeda, it does do it itself. We are moving just very slowly. You can see 4 meters a second. It doesn't help that there's a hammerhead camped directly underneath the bloody arm. You see all the XYZ coordinate markers are changing. I think that's kind of cool that they're managing to stay up. I know that that was a kind of desync thing with the Merlin, is that they'd sometimes go a bit wappy. Get out of the way, silly hammerhead. Someone's saying New Babbage is broken. I did read that Tressler Station was having issues attempting the docks on Discord, which is why I've started in Area 18. There we go, moving sideways parallel to the other 890 now. Yeah, 90's gone very pink all of a sudden. Look at that! Docking complete. So if I jump out here, it's on our left side. I'm a boat owner, I can still never get port and starboard right, so I apologise for that. I do believe this is port side. Docking. Open the door. Look at that! Oh, that's so cool. Oh, little bit of a bug there as we transition from the different gravity grids. Yeah, so again, this is the first iteration, but it's amazing that that has worked still so seamlessly. Really? And then we step, and now we're in the tunnel, and there's my 890. The only downside to this, I suppose, is that any old regular Joe can now run through the docking collar, and they suddenly have access to my 890 jump. And that's a view I have to say that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. Is an 890 docked to a station. It actually works. That's really, really cool. They didn't, like I said, they didn't announce this in the patch notes. There was no, major feature testing thing announced like they normally do. They threw the Merlin and the Constellation docking at us and said, "Try it, give it a go." With this, they've been very quiet, although they did say it was coming in the next patch. So obviously they started to implement it in this build. I hope they keep it in. I hope they don't take it out. And they were just, giving it a little bit of a nudge test. There's still a hammerhead down there for some reason. The 890 pilot having a look. Let's go and have a look from the observation deck and see what it looks like, shall we? I don't want to get told off because I'm staying here too long because someone else is trying to use this mechanic. There we go. How cool does that look? I'm definitely going to have to take... This is going to have to be the thumbnail image. There we go. There we go. Self-gratification for YouTube done. with the hammerhead still sat underneath the docking port. Okay, so next test. It docks. That's very, very cool. That's excellent. That means my 890 has become a lot more feasible to use in stations and things like that. I haven't tested if you can refuel it. From what I've understood, you can't refuel it here yet. They haven't put that in, so the refuel option isn't there. But the 890 has loads and loads and loads of fuel anyway, except hydrogen. That can be a bit of a problem unless you just coast with the engines decoupled, and then the fuel scoops quite naturally anyway. The next big thing is bringing out another ship to see if it despawns the 890 there, and to see if we can make the 890 respawn at the docking arm. So that's what we're going to try now. So here's the vehicle retrieval. What we will do is we will bring out my Carrack and see if... oh, or not apparently. Come on. There we go. So, Carrack Expedition. And see if this despawns the 890 and then puts the Carrack in the hangar. Hangar 4. So it doesn't look like it has. So the 890 is still on the docking port and the Carrack is in the hangar. What I'm going to do now then is I'm going to linger around the station and we will see if the 890 gets despawned from the docking arm. So I'll skip to there. Okay, change of plan. I jumped the servers, so I'm not on the one I was on where I was docked. I'm on a fresh US server. I was on an EU server. I've noticed that the EU servers tend to be a bit more desync and a bit more sort of rubber bandy than the US ones. So I have no idea what's docked to something. Something's going to be docked to an arm here, you can guarantee. But instead of making it disappear, we're just going to try and see if we can recall the 890 onto the docking arm. It says Virginia Point and retrieve. This is the big test. Oh wow, it actually worked! That's, to put it mildly, fucking awesome, because it means that people with large ship owners can use these things a lot more easier than having to go down and land at a goddamn planet and take 3/4 of an hour to get out of atmosphere. At the minute it's obviously just going to be the Hammerhead and the 890, but looking forward to things like the Reclaimer, you know, because the Reclaimer is a nightmare to get out of a planet's atmosphere, and at the minute all you can do is take off outside of a planet. I'm quite surprised no one was docked here, to be honest. So the next test, of course, is just getting it on, powering it, and seeing if we can undock. I'm assuming that the same way that we docked to the station, by using the same mechanic as the Constellation, we just hold N, or press N, and the ship will undock. There we go, there she is. There's my Black Star. With the name that's still very, very, very small. I'm very surprised no one's here though. I'm sorry you guys watching this have had to see all this on the night side. It's just the timing of the game, unfortunately, when I logged onto the servers. Well, let's go and have a look. She is very purple for some reason. Like I said, it must just be these lights that are doing that. The advertisements on the side. Across the docking collar. Can we close the external door? That's one thing to check. We can. Okay, so we can still do that and hopefully stop people from getting on your ship, because that kind of would be annoying. Close the two doors. Hopefully, you know, that prevents people from opening the door and boarding your ship. Although, with any luck, they wouldn't be able to get further than the second door anyway. The Hammerhead has this as well, where it has a double door airlock. It would, wouldn't it, really, because it's a spaceship. Duh. It's powered on already. Okay, so it's spawned powered on. I didn't notice that. Are the engines on? Doesn't look like the engines are on. I can't do anything with the engines. Maybe they come on when it undocks. So, tap N. Waiting for undock mechanism engagement. And there she is. It's a little bit jank. She was a bit bouncy. Oh, hang on. Am I controlling this now? I am. So yeah, just like the Constellation and the Merlin, it just pops off. It locked up for a little moment there. But I'm away. And I have fuel. So I respawned the ship and I had fuel. So we'll move away from the docking arm a bit. We will try a redock and we'll see if we can use the refuel mechanic just as a last thing. So there's something over there. What is that? Okay, so I'm going to round off just as we approach Virginia Point for the last time. I've flown around the Stanton system a fair bit, so I've been to Microtech, I've been to Hurston, I've been to a few of the stations, and at the minute, I don't know if it's just because these servers that I'm on, so this in particular this EU one and the USA one I was on, it feels like these servers have been up all day and they haven't refreshed them. But it seems as though you can only dock at the minute at Virginia Point and Everest Harbour. So where I am now at ArcCorp and at Hurston. The stations do have the prompt for it, so you can call them and say, you know, I want to dock, but all they do is they just say all of our landing pads are currently full, and they don't give you an option to dock. So I haven't seen the other options to pop up on other stations, so I haven't seen the placeholder things, so it's a bit of a mishmash at the minute. So we'll just have to see what else CIG does. I imagine they're probably going to do another build if they don't push this one to live. And there you go, you can see that it just says they're all full because that 890 is at the arm there. So I assume there's more than one. I think there's 2 docking arms, so I'll have a potter around the station and see if we can find the other one and if it gives me the docking prompt, but I'm not holding out much luck. Let's go around and have a look. But apart from that, I think it's still fantastic that we get the station docking in at long last. It's something that's been needed for a very, very long time, and I, for one, am really happy that we finally have it. And we can actually dock now with our larger ships. So it makes a world of difference to large ship owners. It's just going to be more interesting when we can get things like the Reclaimer and the Carrack as well docking. So let me know what you guys think. So this is just a brief look. I'll probably put some more glory footage of docking and maybe the one really botched attempt I had just for you guys to watch, so you'll have to see. So thank you very much for watching. Other than that, I will see you guys next time.